Today on Two Decent Blocks.
No, so I'm going to clear this real fast because a lot of women say that. Oh, Myron, you're just intimidated by women that make money. You're scared.
Some guys will be like, no matter what happens, it's game time. I know what I'm trying to get. Get to third base, tolerate all this nonsense, and after you're done, you're really done.
But do you think a woman is going to submit to a man who's very feminine?
Heck no.
Let's be real.
No.
Like, no guy wants to come home and have to compete with his girl or, have to deal with a woman that's not agreeable, whatever. And I know some women, well, I'm feminine when I'm home. No, you're fucking not. Because for you to make that kind of money and be successful, you're A-type all the fucking time. You're hyper motivated. You can't turn it off.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Guys, welcome to Two Decent Blocks. Today we have a very special video. We're discussing Fresh and Fits segment where they were talking about independent women and how men obviously don't seem to be on the same board as to whether they should at least find that attractive or not. So without wasting much time, let's figure this out.
Do you ever feel intimidated if a girl makes more money than you? Or
No, so I'm going to clear this real fast because a lot of women say that. Oh, Myron, you're just intimidated by women that make money. You're scared. No, it's not that. It's that women that make money have undesirable traits. For example, women that make a lot of money, $100,000 a year plus, etc., is hyper successful. You got it to make money. You have to have a certain type of mindset. A-type personality, not agreeable, assertive, dominant, competitive. Unfortunately, these are attractive traits in men. Not in women, though. No guy wants to come home and have to compete with his girl or, have to deal with a woman that's not agreeable, whatever. And I know some women, well, I'm feminine when I'm home. No, you're fucking not. Because for you to make that kind of money and be successful, you're A-type all the fucking time. You're hyper motivated. You can't turn it off. You're super dedicated to what you do. And unfortunately, that bleeds over into your personal life. That bleeds over into your personality. And guys can sense it and they don't like it because guys that are A-type personality can see and identify someone else that's A-type and be like, this is fucking unattractive. And they just go on to a girl because men and women are different. Men want feminine women. Women want masculine men. So if I come home to a masculine-ass woman, I'm like, fuck this shit. That's the equivalent to like you coming home to me and I'm like, oh my God, girl, your dress is beautiful. You'd be repulsed by that, right?
Yeah.
But it's only in this clown world, the United States, where we tell women it's okay for you to be masculine and you should be able to get a masculine man. Fuck no. I'm here to tell you that's cap. If you act like a dude, no dude that's worth his shit is going to take you seriously. He's going to be like, all right, I'm just going to fuck her and go on to another girl that's going to like be feminine. Just like you guys aren't going to take a guy serious that's feminine.
Before anyone gets in, where do you think this idea comes from? That men are intimidated by women. They make more money, I guess.
I think it comes from the general environment of feminism where everything negative or adverse that happens to women is somehow the fault of men. So if a woman is successful in her career, in what she does, she's pretty good at what she does and so on, and somehow she's failing at relationships, instead of looking at what is it about what I'm doing is causing me to fail at my relationship, she's like, no, it's the fault of the men that are intimidated by what I am doing, but about my success. It's not intimidation, like Fresh was saying. It's the traits that come with the success that are repulsive.
Do you think they know it when they're doing it, or it's unconscious, like the women themselves?
I
That
think
it's a deflection tactic to them doing personal development, which is what I'm getting from what you just said.
I think it's a twofold thing. I think that in the dating scene, women are not used to getting checked with their behavior, such that it's very hard for them to reflect if something negative happens in their dating life, to reflect on themselves. Men, we constantly are made to be aware of what women want, and we cannot argue that. We cannot say, you know what, some women like a guy who's kind of feminine. No,
Okay.
every guy knows that you have to be the alpha guy for you to get the girl.
Because there's
Then-
instant feedback.
Yeah, there's
And
instant
the feedback is accurate too. Because that's the other
Yes.
thing to say. If a woman is strong and independent, she still will not get the feedback when she is actually doing the unattractive things. To say if she
Yes.
is acting like like a B word, a guy will still not tell her maybe in that moment in time that he doesn't want to be with her, or he thinks what she did is bad, because maybe he also is trying to get laid. And so that time between the feedback, which he will probably eventually leave, but maybe she might also not connect the two,
Yeah,
because it's
exactly.
further away from when she was being unattractive.
Yeah. Women don't get feedback, which helps them in the long run, because now they are wondering, but how is it I'm able to
Yeah.
go on 2-3 dates with this guy and even have sex, and he doesn't want to marry me, he doesn't want to commit, he's emotionally unavailable? No, it's not that.
Yeah.
Guys
No,
notice
that's
those
what they
things and
say.
realize.
Guys are emotionally unavailable.
Yeah.
It's like a mantra. It's like, are
Guys
guys
will
really
be
emotionally unavailable, or they just
it's,
don't tell you exactly how they feel?
it's that, because you see, as a guy, you have to navigate the waters very carefully, because if you say anything that will offend the girl, she'll be not interested in having sex with you.
Yeah.
But girls can say things that are offensive to a guy, and you just say, "Yeah, okay, let me just
Yeah.
ignore it. I just want to get laid. Then after that, I can ignore her after I accomplish my mission." So
Are you
they
saying
are
guys
constantly
are on
not.
a mission, they're like goal oriented,
Yeah,
and they get into this
yeah,
tunnel vision? It doesn't matter what's
man.
going on, you gotta get to that goal.
Some guys will be like, no matter what happens, it's game time. I know what I'm trying to get. Get to third base, tolerate all this nonsense, and after you are done, you are really done.
That sounds
You
sad.
just
It
process. So
it really sounds sad.
it is sad.
Let's move on.
Okay. Anyway.
Damn, son, where'd you
Oh,
find
this is
this?
There you go.
Wait, can
I
say-
think that goes. Oh, go ahead.
No, you're fine.
But I think that goes hand in hand with submission as well. A woman that has her own money chooses who she wants to submit to. I mean, like if she's broke, and she came to the dinner knowing she can't pay for it, of course she's gonna kiki.
Shake it.
Yeah, because you
Acting
gotta
like
pay.
she rich.
Exactly. But a woman,
Like she reaching.
yeah.
Do you want me to?
A woman that's like, okay, you know what? It's cool. I'll pay for my half. Even I'll pay for the whole thing. But if you want to, I'll just pay for my half. It's cool,
Cap.
But it's like she
Cap.
chooses to submit. All right, I'll let you pay for it. Like because she knows she got it and you got it too. But she got her own money. She's choosing.
Conditional
do you-
submission.
But do you think a woman is going to submit to a man who's very feminine?
Heck no.
No.
Let's be
No.
real.
No.
Like that's,
I mean,
and
if that's
the
her
whole
cup of
point.
tea.
That was when I was
But
let's
let's all of y'all. Let's be
That's
real with y'all.
very
All of y'all, y'all
rarely
not.
Yeah.
If I
That's
show
what
up to
I
the
said.
date and I'm just like, oh my god, damn, 900.
She got a fetish. If she doing that.
None of y'all
No.
are gonna be like, no.
I'm
Let's
like,
be real.
I'm not going out with you again.
Exactly.
Yeah. There you go.
It's like you're
Yeah.
not gonna
You could be
submit to
the
a
gay
man
best
who
friend.
has feminine traits.
Yeah, no.
And that's his
Yeah.
whole point. Like it's like you're not going to submit to
Yeah,
that.
no.
You know what I'm saying? It's
I feel like
like,
you can't handle.
So that's the thing. Like, to kind of just go over, the cap that she was just talking about, and she was saying that, she will pay for a date and everything will be fine. Even if she's not attracted to you, she still wants you to pay for it. So let's not get these things messed up. But I think what he's saying, like, just think about it. If women really know, because they know that a feminine man is not attractive, why can't they make that leap to say, okay, well, if it's a guy,
A masculine
woman is not attractive.
I'll tell you this. They've been taught for a long time that masculine traits, because you see, people, when they think about masculinity, they think about someone who's walking around walking like Conor McGregor and, just bumping into things and showing his muscles.
That's a really cool dude right there.
He's a cool dude.
Yeah.
But that's the idea of masculinity that they have, that being masculinity means, you are not in touch with your emotions. You're just, trying to punch people in the face and to start fights. No, that's not masculinity.
It can be this how disagreeable you can be.
Yes. So it's the your temperament, how cooperative you are in general, and also to what extent are you willing to let someone else lead, and to what degree are you competitive with someone you're supposed to be partnering with. All those things are what defines you being masculine. So she will be dressed nice in heels, but being so masculine, she'll even have a soft voice. But in that soft voice, she'll be telling you, no, I'm not doing that. No, I'm not going to say hi to your mom. Let them do that. No, I can't do that. That's your business. Get off there. Do this and do that in that soft voice. So it's not being loud or being, the cartoonish idea of masculinity. It's those subtle things, and they fail to notice those things because they're being taught that those things are, it's being a boss lady, it's being a go-getter, it's being a woman who knows what he wants in life. You can do all that if you want, but don't expect men to cooperate with you because it's in our nature to just not be attracted to those things.
I don't want to call it selfish because I don't really think it is. I think much of it is ignorance of just assuming that what you find attractive in someone is what they will find attractive back, especially if it's across genders. To say, if I value someone that has security, the guy is looking for the same thing. He's not looking for the same thing. And also, when she says a girl can obviously have money, the reason also why guys don't really find the strong independent side of a woman not attractive is your independence from whom? Because what attracts me the most is to provide for you naturally. I can say all the other things that I want to say, but deep down, most men, they take and derive joy from providing for the people they love.
They have a sense of purpose in doing that.
And so this is what's funny. It's like the people that are actually pushing this message, it's like they actually know all the things that men really want and that make men happy. And they're purposefully trying to take them to say, you have to aim to be independent, even though you know that the man that you're going to be with is not going to be happy by you being independent. And then it's to say, when you're independent, and even if you do have the money, are you still happy to provide for that man in the long term? Most women are not really happy. I mean, I've heard women really complain about every woman has a guy that she hates, and you ask, it's usually because he didn't have any money. Maybe he was going through a rough period. I took care of him. And she holds that entire duration of that relationship as something she will never do again. And it's something that was so bad.
Yeah,
you won't hear men say there was a guy that there was a girl I was taking care of at some particular point. She took advantage of me. You don't hear it.
No. Yeah. And they will mention it as the worst thing that happened. I was paying his rent and I was doing this for him and doing that for him.
Yeah.
So your money, having it does not benefit me.
It doesn't benefit the guy.
Yeah.
It makes me look like it gives me off less value in your eyes. Let's just put it that way. So, which is why it never is like, oh my God, that's our money. It's almost always your money. And I mean, there's exceptions out there. Some people always want to argue for the exceptions, but yeah. So let's move forward.
Under the bill, you don't even going out like that anyway.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
Both of you guys.
Both
literally.
Literally. I would never pay, but if I feel like both of us cannot handle it.
And if you ask me on the date, the date is on you.
Wait,
if you
wait.
Ask me.
Question: you ever had to pay on a date? Like a guy, you went with a guy.
Yes.
You guys ate food. He said, "Oh, I left my wallet home."
Oh no.
Nah.
Never.
That's like such a controversy thing too. It's like, oh, if a woman takes a man out on a date, does the woman have to pay for the date? Or if a man takes a woman out on a date, does the man have to pay for the date because he asked her out or she asked him out? So technically, it's like, okay, I'm taking you out, so I'm gonna pay for it.
I mean, do you feel like
No.
But then there's women that they'll be like, okay, I want to take you out on a date, but then expect you to pay for everything. There are women.
Do you
out
feel
there
like most
that
women expect that? I mean, do
No, not
y'all
most,
expect
but
that?
But there's
Personally,
some,
no.
Are y'all
If I ask you
serious?
out on a date, I'm gonna pay for it.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
if I
want
ask
to
you.
respectfully. I want to call cap because I feel like respectfully though. Respectfully, I wanna
No, we're
call
still
cap.
gonna see what you're gonna
Because
do
if
though.
a nigga, I swear to God, I feel like a nigga is the first one to reach for his wallet.
No.
I don't think. I don't know.
I didn't reach for
You
my
better
wallet
be.
a couple times on just some like I'll cover it just
That'd
because
be ready
I
quick.
enjoyed us going out on this date and you didn't make me feel so good. I'm gonna pay for it. I got it. Like you keep your money, I got it. Like you know
I
what
mean, just pay
I'm-
for
I
it
got
during bed,
Okay.
you know, like, you know.
I'll pause it a little bit. I have a question for you, man. What do you think about this paying thing? What do you think, just your general thoughts about who should pay, under what circumstances and things like that?
I think
What do
the
you
man
think?
always has to pay.
No matter the circumstances, even if the girl asks you out, or if it's
Well-
clear that this is not going anywhere, or if the woman makes more money than you.
Well,
It doesn't matter.
No. Well, there's obviously times where it's not a blanket statement, but let's put it in the context that two single people have met and they're trying to get to know each other. I think the man has to pay. I'm more of a traditional courtship type of dude, so I'm obviously expecting the man to make all the moves, to arrange all the dates, to arrange whatever, even how you talk the first time, I guess. When a girl kind of does that, I mean, it's good if she's suggesting something that's reasonable to something you would yourself suggest to do. So let's say a girl says, let's go to Hawaii
for a first date.
Well, as a getaway you just met, or she suggests to go somewhere very fancy where you obviously are not comfortable going, yeah, you definitely got to draw your line and say, no, we're not doing that, because there are all sorts of predators out there. And also, you don't want to set that precedence, because sometimes they might set the wrong expectations that this is what we're going to be doing if it's way out of your tax bracket, if I should put it that way. But I think men should pay.
Do you think that there are some girls who go out with a guy just so that they'll eat free food?
Yes. There's girls that will leave their men home and go and get food. I was actually reading some stories about some girls that do this. They take food and they actually ask the guy, hey, I left my kids at home, like especially the ones that have like kids. They say, oh, I left. They might not even have a kid. I left a kid at home and the kid didn't eat. Can I get something to go? And they're bringing something for their man. It happens.
If a girl does that to you right there on the dinner table, what do you do?
To say what?
Like if she says, I gotta take some food at home and you have to pay for it, do you call it out or you just pay for it?
Yeah, no. I don't play those games. This is money, bro. This is money. Listen, the reason why I do
that would be
this.
your last date if you shut that
I don't
down.
care. Nobody is that important. Listen, my thing is, when it comes to money, it's a part of my life that I'm exchanging with my employer. It's literally an hour of my life. I will never get it back. I don't give my time to people like that without thinking about it. So if I'm taking you out, you better believe I really want to know you. Yes, but I'm not feeding you and your whole family because I like you. It's not happening.
Yeah. And also, first dates don't have to be expensive. They don't have to cost a lot of money. You can go and in the park and drink water, bottled water, or drink coffee and take a walk. They don't have to be in a 5-star restaurant. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That,
drinking water on a first date.
dude, I first of all, me personally, I don't like having conversation and eat at the same time. Like it's just, and remember, this is the person that you are actually having
And
a
multitask?
conversation for. I can, but not with this. I mean, also you're trying to get, this is a brand new person you're trying to get to know. You're trying to chew and you're trying to have a conversation. You're trying to be interesting. It's just an uncomfortable setup.
I won't go deep into it. I think that introduces a very important topic of, sometimes I think it actually is almost a different way of looking at it. Most women actually look at that as the romance. It's pivotal. And most guys look at it from a financial perspective of, if I'm going to be meeting all sorts of girls at least, and I'm expected to pay as I'm dating, then this becomes a very big expense at the end of the month that is just unnecessary. So yeah, I understand both sides, but oh god, we'll get derailed off the conversation.
Okay.
Wait.
I'm gonna do that too.
So you pay for the
Men want sexual
on you when you speak.
transactions.
Keep looking at me like I'm the one saying this shit. Yeah, okay.
Wait, so when you pay on the date, right? Do you smash after?
Me?
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm connected with that person, yeah, I'm gonna still pay for my date and I'm gonna give you some butt. Like, cool. Like, we just had a good ass night, and then you gonna go home and be happy as fuck. Damn, she got money and she gave me back. Ooh, like, cool. I'm not afraid to be dominant or nothing.
Okay. Well,
The point is this. Let's bring this back full circle.
might be you.
Because this is the thing I want y'all to understand from this, and for all the guys out there that are watching, all 5,000 of you, please like the goddamn video. All right? When I told you men don't care about a woman's money, the first reaction was, are you intimidated by it? Right?
Yeah.
That's like me saying, well, hey, because there's a thing, like, we do everything in our society nowadays to tell women, be strong, be independent, be assertive, be dominant. We tell women to act like men, and it's okay, right? And as a matter of fact, if a man doesn't want to accept a woman that acts like a man, he's considered insecure, small dick energy, or he gets the
How dare you?
But the reality is, just like y'all don't want to deal with a guy that acts like a girl, wears a dress or wears heels, right? And you guys are within your prerogative to have that. I'm not running around saying, well, are you insecure because I cry on your shoulder and I act like a girl every now and then? Like, are you intimidated by that? But we don't tell women that because it's an asinine concept to say that. But we let women go ahead and say, are you intimidated by a woman that's strong and independent? No. We just aren't attracted to y'all, and that's the truth. Just like you don't want me to wear a dress, I don't want you to act like a guy. And I'm not saying this to you directly to attack you, but a lot of women have this mindset that are strong and independent, that a man should accept me for how I am. If I act strong and independent, and I'm masculine, and I want to talk like this, and bro, whatever, he should be able to accept me. And I say, no, fuck that. We want a girl that's going to act like a girl, just like you want a man that's going to act like a man.
Well said, Fresh.
Yeah,
well said.
He did wrap it up. That's really the mystery, and it's really been touched on. But yeah, it's always kind of surprised me why it's even something to debate.
Yeah, it's a very serious issue that has to be addressed, because we have a lot of women that are wondering, like, why is it not working out for me? You know, and it's a combination of things, but I think that has to be one of the biggest one, especially
probably
for
might
those
fix 50% of your problems.
Yeah,
to be honest,
for those career women. And most of the time, this behavior is learned over many, many years. To try to change it, to say, okay, now let me try to be feminine and be agreeable and this and that. It will need a lot of serious work. But if you're serious about what you're trying to get, then maybe it might be worth it for you.
No, that's the other thing to actually talk about. It's a relationship skill that you have to learn, especially to undo that. And most of the conversations you hear, women will say that they're ready for relationships or they're ready for long-term commitment, but exhibit these signs of masculinity like we just discussed here. And then they're surprised by, why are men not willing to actually marry me? Yes, of course, you're probably good to go to have fun with, maybe on a short-term basis, but you're obviously a bad long-term because of just the way you carry yourself. And then but nobody really gives them the feedback. Then at the end of the day, they actually walk around thinking they are the ones ready for commitment, where they probably have the least in relationship skills to actually be in a long-term relationship.
And
because of just the way they
what usually happens also, there are some guys who are unaware of just this concept, right?
Exactly.
So they feel like, you know what, I want to marry like a girl who has her own thing going. She brings her own money and this and that. A career woman is so hot and all that. So they'll marry that kind of girl. After a while, they realize that there's something wrong here. This woman, she is not cooperative or whatever. Also, just for another disclaimer, we're not saying all women who are career women are like this.
I was about to
These
go
are
there.
these are just general statements. I'm sure that there are brilliant women who are able to manage a relationship and they have a great career. There are many out there, but this is just on average, right? So after a while, they'll realize this is not working. 4 or 5 years into it, divorce happens. And I'm pretty sure that this is part of why A-list celebrities get divorced. It's part of, because now you have a woman who has her own thing going. She's raking in millions and millions. And you have the guy still wants a feminine woman, but now he has another man in the house.
Yep.
And the relationship can easily break down.
No,
yeah,
definitely. No, yeah. So, guys, let us know what you guys think. I mean, do you think that in any way men that claim to not be intimidated by strong, independent women are lying, or it's actually something that is true? If you've never heard this concept, we're glad we probably were the ones that at least were able to deliver the message, but we still want to hear your opinions. Like, comment, subscribe on the 2 Decent Blocks. Till next time, we're out.